Hi everybody, welcome back to the studio. So hopefully by now everybody has taken their tour of the American Natural History Museum in New York, and I hope you all really enjoyed it. It's a really exciting place. I love it. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make our projects based on the things that we saw at the museum that we really like. So we're going to start off with our pre-primary group. That's my youngest group, ages 18 months to 3. And remember, I'm going to post all the videos of the different groups, and you can do as many as you think you're able to do. I really encourage, especially for my pre-primary families, go ahead, make your salt dough if you haven't, so that you can do that project because they're going to really enjoy that one as well, I think. Okay, so the first one I'm going to show you is this little lion that we're going to make, and this is going to be a fun one. Parents, you're going to have to do the cutting, I would think, for the little ones. We're going to do a triangle shaped face, but you know what? You can do a circle shape if you want. It's fun to teach them about different shapes, so you can do one of each, or even a square shape. So just use the different shapes for the head. Okay. So you're going to need a piece of white construction paper. If you don't have construction paper, simple printer paper would work for this. I think this might be leaning more towards a thinner construction paper, so thin print paper would work. And some brown construction paper. If you don't have that, you can also use the craft paper, like your wrap packages that you're going to mail in the mail, so you could use that as well. You're going to need scissors to cut out your shape. You're going to need some Elmer's glue. You're going to need some googly eyes, which again you can get on Amazon if you want them. And if you don't do googly eyes, you can always use a marker to do eyes in any of these things that I make, or a little bit of black paint will work just fine as well. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, and when you're going to need some yellow and red, the safe paint, the finger paint or washable paint, and also some black as well for this particular project. Okay, so to get started with this one, you're going to take your brown paper, and I'm just going to fold it into like a shape of a triangle. And again, it doesn't have to be real perfect. The goal here is you need a triangle shape that will fit on your white piece of paper. Okay, so that way you can put your mane all around it. You want to get a nice big colorful mane. Okay, so I'm just folding again a little bit and cutting out a triangle. If you feel more comfortable drawing this with pencil, you can do that as well. Either way works. So I'm just going to cut that out. Okay. The parents do the cutting, and no kids with the scissors by themselves, for sure. All right, so I've got my triangle, and you can trim it down. I'm thinking that looks a little bit big. So I'm just going to take a little bit off of the straight part here. Get that out of the way. All right, so next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and glue this down. Now I'm using Elmer's glue, but when you're working with paper to paper like this, you can also use a glue stick, and that works just fine. And have the kids help you squeeze it out if you use the bottle, or show them again how to use a glue stick and rub it on. And then I always tell my little ones tap, tap, tap. So they just press down like this, okay? And then put your eyes on, okay? So going ahead and gluing the eyes on like that. So it looks like that so far. And then for this one, I'm going to take just a little bit of black, put that on my plate. Remember, paper plates make great palettes. All right, I'll take my finger and go ahead and just dab a nose right on there, and then pull 2 little lines, kind of like a little smiley face for the mouth, like that. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use the yellow to go around the mane, and then we're going to add some red to that as well. So I'm going to take some yellow, and you add it to the palette. I think I actually might have had enough. There we go. And then I'm just going to pull this away from this triangle, pulling it out. I tell my kiddos, pull, pull, pull. When I say things like that, they tend to learn a little better. They retain the information. The tap, 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 or pulling, pulling, pulling. They'll tell you when they start doing this with you, they have some things they remember that we do. So we're going to just get that all around the mane. Again, I always tell them don't rush. Take your time and do it nicely. Okay. I'm just moving a little quicker so that you get the idea of how to do what we're doing. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pull, pull, pull. Okay. So once that's on, I'm going to get my red and add that atop my yellow. And this is a good time to help teach the children color mixing, right? So you're ask them, what color does this make when we mix red and yellow together? Also, ask them what colors you're using. So if I were to get the yellow, I would say, what color is that? And have them practice and make sure they're learning their colors. Okay. Little ones especially love to do stuff like this because it's a little messy. So you'll have to wash your hands before we do the next one for sure. Hopefully all of you friends were able to tour the online tour of the African, I think it's African mammals. So you got to see some really cool stuff, some lions and elephants and things, so it was really fun to watch. All right, so just wipe my hands off a little bit. Let me show you what we've done already here. So we have our lion. He's super cute. I like him. Hopefully they'll have fun making that one. And then I'm going to show you another one before we end today. Okay? So our next project, let me just get that. I have it right here for you. We're actually going to be making little handprint elephants. Now, obviously, this is my hand. It's huge. Your child's hand will look much cuter than that. But I will tell you, I was thinking about this when making it, how cute it would be if you had your kiddos with their siblings and even moms and dads do one, and you can put it on a larger piece of paper and make a cute little family of elephants, and that would be really cute too. And then you could put their little names on them. So it's always fun to customize these. I'm going to give you ideas. It's a guide to follow, right? But it's a loose guide. You can always embellish these with any other ideas that you might have to make them really cool and special, okay? So we're going to be doing the elephant. And what you're going to need for that, again, is a white piece of construction paper. And if you don't have it, copy paper or print paper is it's really fine for this particular project. And you're going to need a brush. I have a bigger brush and a smaller brush. Okay, and we're going to need black. I think I have enough of that actually. Black paint and white paint. Again, washable paints, hand paints or washable paint. All right. So I just put some of that on my palette. So I'm going to do it this. I like, again, to teach the kiddos, you know, what colors make what, right? So I'm going to take the white and paint it. I would paint it on their hand. So you paint the white on their hand and say, what color is that? That's white, right? Get that all on there. And then I would say, well, what happens if we add black to white? So if I add black to the white, what color does that make? Well, that makes gray. And then we tell them what we're doing. We're making an elephant today. And then I'd like to tell them, you know, or ask them what sounds does the elephant make and colors they are and do they have tails or any elephant facts while I'm doing this with them. And that's a lot of fun for them too. All right, so just take the kiddo and paint their hand like so. And then paper, well, I'm going to lift it up a little bit so you can see it. We're just going to press the hand right to the paper, okay? All right, and of course, I'm older than the kiddos, but look at that. You kind of see I've got some empty parts in my handprint, right? So I would just take some of the paint and fill in the empty places, still keeping the handprint the same, but sometimes the paint just doesn't go everywhere I want it to go, so I'm going to stick some of that on there. Okay, so I've just filled it in a little bit, all right? So next thing I'm going to do is, well, I'm going to set that brush down. We're going to use a small brush to kind of paint some details on our elephants. What I want to do now, so I can paint that with you. All right, so we're going to use a smaller brush, and again, I'm just going to grab that black paint. And now, let's see, I'm going to get this better for you to see. Probably like that. A little closer. Okay, so I'm going to paint an ear over here using the black paint. Now, I will tell you, I'd wait till the paint dries. So wait till the gray paint dries and then go back in with your smaller paintbrush. These little details are harder for the younger ones to do. You can hold their hand with the brush and help them do this particular thing, and then they can kind of learn and have fun with you. Okay, so I put an elephant ear right there. Oh, he's got a little tail. We don't want to forget the tail. Okay, and then now I just make some lines on the trunk, on the little legs. Some more black paint. You can put some little, well, it kind of looks like little toes on their feet. Okay, and last thing I'm going to do is give them an eye. Put that brush down. Need a little bit of glue. I always say they never look complete until they have an eye. They always look better with an eye. Then they can see you, because elephants can't see without eyes, right? Okay, so put my little googly eye on there, and then I have an elephant. Again, so you don't have to have those little eyes. If you don't, just go ahead and wait till it dries. You can use a marker and just draw a little eyeball, or use some of the black paint and paint one on. You don't have to use that. It's perfectly fine not to do that. Very acceptable. All right, thank you so much for joining me today for your pre-K art assignment this week. Again, I'm going to be posting some more videos, so please be sure and watch those, and you can do those next projects coming up soon. Thanks. Have a great day.